And of course, that was from the F1 2012 soundtrack as well. All copyright goes to Codemasters. No copyright is intended there. But this is Talladega. I think the title of that song was rather fitting. Titled Chasing Fire, which is what we're all going to be chasing here today. No. That led to bad things. But anyways, well, enough said. This is Talladega. Talladega for race number 16 of the Music Arts Cup Series. We're finishing what we started this is race 17 actually, my bad. 4 races to go before a champion is crowned. This ought to be something. It's great to see everyone here already. I'm going to quickly get a look at the top 10 starting positions here now that they matter that much. But Chris Valerio in the number 38 Michael Jackson Toyota. Excellent qualifying run there. We'll get on the pole position for the number 38. And Cody Reynolds to the outside. A lot of front row starts for that 9 car. Chris Myers, Michael Canto in the second row. Carter Friesen, Ben Crouch, championship contender for that 42. Mark Davidson, Jack Cochran, Brendan Gomez, another contender. He needs a good run here, though, to keep that going. And Darius Dadger wraps up the top 10 right now. Point leader coming into this race by the ever so smallest of margins. Tristan Allen starting in 12th. Tyler Lyman 25th. But then again, let's face it, this is Talladega. Where you qualify does not matter. Over 35 laps at this place. And of course, the ever so large threat of the big one. Oh boy. Yeah, that's usually why I don't join those, because it's just a whole bunch of yelling and whatnot. But hey, it's all good. Yeah, I told him I'm getting a PS4. Hey, that's pretty sweet. Zach starting 38th, so pretty far down the order. But then again, even at Rockingham, you start in the 30s and finish top 10, so I wouldn't worry about it too much, especially on a plate track. Valerio could win. Walker could win, starting dead last. So, anyone can win. Enough said about that. So, just before we get the command here, I'm going to go ahead and say that in light of the terrible shootings that have taken place in Las Vegas today, we will have the entire first lap in silence. I will not commentate whatsoever. In tribute and also in prayer for those affected. So that would be for the first lap. But let's see what is going to happen over 35 laps here. No pit stops. But this is Talladega. Anything can happen. Let's get the command. Command has been given. Cars are rolling. Toyota Dodge on the front row here, then Toyota Chevy. Row 2, 2 Dodges. In row number 3, the top starting Ford is the 81 starting 9th. So as pace car will pull in here. Terrible events today in Las Vegas. Over 50, almost 60 people dead. Over 500 injured. So, in tribute to them, a silent first lap as we are coming to the green flag here with just 4 races to go. Thoughts and prayers out to all those affected by the shootings in Las Vegas, as the green flag is in the air at Talladega. completing the first lap here, and holy smokes, that was close. Leading the first lap was actually Cody Reynolds, the number 9. But now we're going 3 wide, and Carter Friesen taking the lead. But again, thoughts and prayers out to everyone affected, and Godspeed to all those who tragically lost their lives in today's tragedy. But thoughts out to everyone in Las Vegas. Here's Carter Friesen out to the lead. This track has the cycle to it a little bit, but not as pronounced as, say, one of the more narrow tracks like Daytona, or Ricky for that matter. Now Mark Davidson with help from the 1 car, Mia Leathers, who still could be a long shot if that 1 car is able to finish far enough ahead of the championship leaders. And now Justin Seidel already looking forward to a lot of moves being made here. It's very, very, very laggy as a result of all this. But let's face it, there is only one way to eliminate terrorism, it seems, and that would be to eliminate the human population, because anyone can get sucked into that if they want to, and yeah, that's just how I see it. But I don't want to talk politically too much about it. It's just that it sucks. As we were 4 wide there briefly, but settled it back down. Tyler Lyman currently running up here in the top 10. My gosh, this is really laggy. But Seidel holding the lead. Heartbreak at Rockingham, running in the top 10. Got involved in an incident with 3 laps remaining. Wound up finishing about 35th or 6th. So he'll be looking to get a good run here today in that number 13 Toyota, driving for Bowling for Soup. DJ Reed, going to need a miracle if he's going to get back into championship contention, but you never know. He could still do so. Toyota's in the top 3 spots. My gosh, I think the fact that I'm streaming is making it even more laggy. Very sorry about that. Not much I can do when you have all the cars in the frame like that. They're going to take 30 laps to go this time by. New leader about to be Evan Hunter, the 97. Double zero Dawson Wheeler. Now up into the top 2, and already Zach Ryan, Austin Lip, all drivers who started further back in the pack, already up to the front. Wait, something happened in Great Britain now? Oh my gosh. There's just no avoiding it. There's just no avoiding it no matter where you are. Just like there's no avoiding this near 4 wide situation I saw back here. Jeez. And that is definitely 4 wide now, and that can get a little marginal on the straightaways. Dawson Wheeler way up high. Not where you want to be. It is very easy to lock wheels on the straightaways here. Oh my gosh, that's really bad. I probably have too many tabs open, that's why. But they settle it down, and we're still all good for now. But oh boy. Now, that sucks, but it's not trying to bring some light on this very dark day, but again, you just can't avoid it, which well. I say we focus on this race a little bit, trying to get the... I'm not trying to like say, oh, I don't care about anything, but trying to have some fun here on this kind of dark day. If the lag ever stops. You just can't avoid terrorism. You get one person who's just like, they hear what ISIS is doing or any other terrorist group, and they're just like, hey, I believe in that too. And then they'll find the resources to do terrible things. With the internet nowadays and just everything, you just can't avoid it. And people will decide, yep, I agree. That's just how their mind works. And my God, getting all 42 cars in the frame is just killing it. Still seeing 4 wide on occasion, but they continue to just settle it down, and we're staying all good so far. Logan Drayling, Stephen Collin, there's Tom Jonas up here in the top 3 now. As the cycle's starting to do its thing. Don't entirely care for cycle-based races, but this isn't like solely cycle-based. But it still kind of is. In all honesty, Zach, kind of agree with that statement. It sucks. All right, well, not much else I can say about it. But anyway, enough about that. Let's enjoy the race, shall we? Let's just enjoy some good old-fashioned plate racing with 25 laps to go already. Samantha LeBron now looking for the race lead on Mitch Bretz. And we've just crashed at the back, and Mia Leathers is involved. One of the contenders, ARCA brakes for the 77, Jonathan Rains, hits the 03, Barry Bernstein. Iggy Burns is also involved. 4-car incident here on lap 11. Caution is out. And Jeff Scott coming up to the race lead here. Everyone going to be aggressive back here to the yellow flag. Jeff Scott could be able to hang on. Justin Seidel looking to make a last-minute move. Canto way up high. Needs to be careful. And they keep it 3 wide. Jeff Scott, the number 35, leads at the caution flag to take lap 12. And there's contact between the 25 and the 92. Careful there. 99 and 72. Oh, we've crashed under caution. And the point leader goes around. He's not going to get that much damage. But that was stupid. Really stupid. Not sure why they always do this. Chris Valerio also with some rear end damage I see there. As everyone's going to start to sort themselves out, I'm sure someone's going to hit each other. And then we'll see more cars out of the race. But yeah, they had a whole other incident as well back there. Whoops. But anyways, let's go find out exactly what happened in this incident to actually prompt the caution. Whoa, 03 going airborne there. That's 4 wide. That just is not going to work. Contact between the 1 and, my goodness, the 3 just flipping over and over. Horrific crash. Barry Bernstein, the 03. Hey, Jeff. But holy smokes. We'll go on board quick with the 03, and then I'm sure once we cut back we'll see even more cars damage, because they're stupid. But this is on board the 03. He's minding his own business, but knows he's on the high side 4 wide, and this happens. Does a roll in midair. And then insult to injury, hit there from the 77. So the 77 is out. The 03 is out. Absolute disaster right there. So as we cut back to the live shot here, lap 13, Jeff Scott, Justin Seidel, Brandon Gomez third. Dawson Wheeler and Ethan Thames here in the top 5. But as we had a little bit of trouble under caution, who else may have been damaged from that? I see the 6 and the 97 coming off of pit road. There's the 78 who I think actually had a little bit of trouble. 74, 25. There goes the 72. Careful. Oh, geez. They're about to wreck each other again. Why are you doing this? Why you do this? And now the whole field has checked up for some reason. My gosh. The AI are such idiots under caution. I can't even tell you. We just got in the lead. Chris Valerio has retired. Both the front row starters are out of the race. Looks like Cody Reynolds actually may have suffered an engine problem. Says he had a clutch issue, so he is out. But both the front row starters, Valerio and Reynolds, out of the race already. Along with Iggy Burns, Barry Bernstein, and Jonathan Rains. Out of the race, the 72 had a tiny bit of damage there, but it looked minor. So we'll see how much that will affect the 72. But everyone does stay on the lead lap, though, which is good to see. But my gosh, what a bunch of fools. So Jeff Scott will lead them back here. It will be 20 laps to go exactly. Coming to the green flag here. Jeff Scott driving for Foo Fighters. In that 35. Green flag back in the air. Commence the random words. Scott going to hang on to the lead through turn 1. Dawson Wheeler forced up to the high side. We'll lose some spots here. Ethan Thames, Dominic Anthony both getting by him. Now Ben Kraut's looking to follow suit. Jeff Scott getting ganged up on now. Seidel back to the point. A bit of a 4-car lineup here. Ben Kraut's going to look to get in on that. Samantha LeBron 82. Mark Davidson 99. Starting to come up here. Now Ethan Timms looking to make the move. Looking to make a Toyota 1-2. Two Fords up there on the high side pushing each other. The 81 and the 39. 42 Dodge. 99 the top running Chevrolet. For those who are interested in the manufacturer's battle, if there even is one, as Mia Leathers has already lost the draft. Some of these cars are struggling. Looks like the only real damage car in the 57 also had rear end damage, so that just shows the absolute stupidity under caution there. But Tristan Allen doing his best to hang in there. Tire alignment at the back of this pack right now, but I do actually think possibly that Tristan Allen could close back in, but we'll just have to see if he'll be able to stay up there as we see all these cars struggling for speed. Actually, most of them are relatively okay. Well, Brett Willis is struggling, but Mia Leather's in the worst shape. In the one car that is not what they need. And that could wind up knocking the one car out of championship contention. But Seidel hangs on to it. They go 3 wide for second. Logan Drayling looking to make the move there. Derek Hamill, a little bit of contact with a 99. Side draft in there, that could have been bad. Those two had locked wheels. 45, DJ Reed, Darius Danger, 36. Now on the move. Toyota's looking strong here early on. Early on, we're pretty much past the halfway point now in this race. We'll see if we'll be able to go caution free to the end or not, as the two Lincoln Park cars, nose to tail, 92 and 49. You know, I think that's his Monster Energy Mach 2019 series. As Tristan Allen is now well and truly in this pack, so the damage, the effect that the damage is having on him is pretty minimal. Not sure if he'll be able to get up to the lead, but he should still be able to, barring anything else happening, should still be able to get a solid finish here. But he is still battling with the 42 and the 5 cars. We're both right on top of him as we're going 4 wide to the very front of this field. Darius Dodger leads. It's a little close there, but they settle it down. Ben Crouch is starting to fall back. Not sure if maybe he got a piece of any possible trouble. DJ Reed up on the far high side there. They sell it back down to 3 wide. Golly, they're all over the place. Not sure if we'll go caution free or not to the end of the race. They're side drafting a lot. As Brandon Hall come to the point. 31. Also on the low side there. We've got a pack of about 29 cars, I'd say. Yep, 29 cars. Up here battling for the win right now with 15 laps to go. Any one of these 29 could do it. Then a lineup here of other damaged cars who just fell back, but aren't doing too badly as far as speed. But the one car could become a problem. We'll have to see. Jeff, you are in this pack. I see you at the back of the middle lane there. But we'll see if you'll be able to get back up here, which is certainly a possibility. Still got a fair ways to go here. As Tyler Lyman being pushed by the 72. 1 and 2 in the point standings. Or I should say 2 and 1 in the point standings. Tyler Lyman only about 19 points behind the 72. Which, with this point system, is literally nothing. Brandon Gomez up here still. The 4 main contenders are still in this pack, which would include Ben Crouch as well. Coming up to the lead now is the 44 of Mitch Brett. Zach Ryan is up here in the 60. As we see them training for the lead, the cycle's kind of doing its thing. But it isn't quite as much of a predictable cycle, which makes it pretty exciting for me as well. Careful there. Oh, Patrick Smith, that 98, thought about it there, and Dominic Anthony was ready to give him the room. But Zach Ryan and Tyler Lyman both caught a little bit off guard. As I hear a crash at the back of the field. And that could be ARCA Brakes. Jeff Scott is involved. Mark Davidson. Whoa, what the 6 car just glitched. But Zidell is in it. Dodger, Dylan Seltz, Samantha LeBron, and the 99 is not going anywhere. So we have another caution. This could shape up a shootout to the finish. As Tom Jonas, with some serious rear end damage, is hanging in here, is now 5th. So good job there. Looks like we're actually going to settle it down calmly this time. I hope. Unless the 13 and the 36 go full-blown stupid. But this is going to shape up a shootout to the finish. As we're going to see what happened coming out of turn 4. And another car going flipping there. Not sure who that was. But they're 4 wide, and the 35 and the 82 are going to lock wheels. And up and just catching the fence there is the 82 and the 36 going up and over, flipping a couple times there. Lowe's 48 fan. First time I've seen you here that I can remember, at least. Or maybe it isn't, but that I can remember. So it is good to have you here, man. Good to see you. But just in time for a pretty bad crash, which will put Dylan Seltz, Mark Davidson, and likely Jeff Scott, along with maybe others, out of the race. We'll go a different angle here. Just ahead of that is Ben Crouch, so he'll be lucky to miss it. And DJ Reed, incredibly lucky to miss that. Holy smokes. This is my first time. Well, always great to see a new face here, man. Great to have you. Thank you for stopping by. Just in time for a bit of a shootout to the finish here at Talladega. But, man, bad crash. As Dylan Seltz continues to work his way around. Mitch Bretz is the leader with Patrick Smith, Dominic Anthony, Logan Drayling, and Tom Jonas, a damaged Tom Jonas here in the top 5. 5 car of Tyler Lyman running slightly ahead of the 72, which is pretty important for the championship. But we'll have to see how that'll play out. This is not, I wouldn't call this quite shootout material, but this is going to be interesting. Let's see how this will play out. Luckily, nothing too stupid happened under the caution there. The Sizzle Podcast. Good to see you here, man. We're getting a bunch of new faces here. And Team Hunting Gaming. Golly, everyone's showing up. Great to see everyone here. Let's see here. Jeff Scott, not surprisingly, Dylan Seltz, Samantha LeBron, Mark Davidson, all out of the race, but Terry Stadger is going to keep going. On the lead lap, nonetheless, after flipping about 2 or 3 times. 33rd, last car on the track. But he is still alive after going flipping, which is really impressive. But great to see all these new faces here, as always. So, lights are out. It will be 9 laps to determine the winner here at Dega. See how this will play out. And while we're under caution here, we'll go ahead and take advantage and say that tomorrow at 8:30 Eastern Time, whichever time zone you're in, might have to adjust. But NASCAR Classic Cup Series Season 2 sign-ups will open. And on top of that, it will be under the NRLOA, which I'm very happy about that. Big shout out to Napa Fan on that. Thank you, man, for allowing me to kind of join in on that. Think that that'll be cool. So being very careful here with the accelerating. Mitch Bretz. Can he hang on? Or is he going to have to... Well, I think hanging on is going to be a little tricky here. But 9 laps to determine a winner. He's already taken a defensive line as we go back to green at Talladega. We'll see how this will play out. Well, I might do some other series, which could be 2 per person, but for this one, I'm going to stick to it being 1. Just because, yeah. But I'll explain that more in the sign-up video itself. As Dominic Anthony pushing the 44, but not for much longer. He's looking for the race lead. The number 39, Breaking Benjamin. Ford. And then the Migos Chevrolet, 57, Tom Jonas. A wounded 57 nonetheless. Tyler Lyman on the high side here. Tristan Allen on the low side. A couple of drivers battling for the championship. 8 laps to go this time. Zach Ryan with a push from the 81. Looking for the lead. Tristan Allen also slightly wounded, but barely. Looks like mostly just a little bit of a scrape. Is he going to push his fellow championship contender? He thought about ducking out there, but he had second thoughts. Brandon Gomez, the number 81, coming up to the race lead. Nicholas Wade, the number 40. We have not said his name at all yet in this race. Now, third on the low side, about to be second on the inside, unless Dale Salzman, the 19, puts him into the middle lane. Side by side, 2 championship contenders. For the race lead there, Brandon Gomez barely leads it. 7 to go. Can Austin Lipp, that number 20, finally put his streak of bad luck, as well as Dale Salzman? They both have had a stretch of bad luck. Austin Lipp even worse luck than the 19. They were both looking for a great finish here today. Will we make it to the end of the race? Caution free is the question. Can Chris Myers go 2 in a row? And the number 59, Carter Friesen looking for his second win of the season. In that 92, will lap cars be a problem? It doesn't look like it has made Terry Stadger. I am impressed with his level of speed after flipping multiple times. He is maintaining speed in this pack here. So I don't think that there will be a problem. It's 6 laps to go. 2 Dodges, 1-2 now. The number 80, Jerry Mystery, Chevrolet. Then Isaac Snyder, 94, also a Chevrolet. As this is starting to come down to the wire. Where do you position yourself? And what is the best position to be in? Because you just cannot hold on to the race lead for very long. Coming to take 5 laps to go now. Carter Friesen still committed to pushing his fellow Dodge. Isaac Snyder into 3rd. Darius Dadger double zeros up here. Ethan Sims is up here as the field starts to spread out a little bit. Did anything happen? All looks good. The light is still green, so no caution. I don't want to see a caution now. A caution within these final 5 laps will end the race under caution. Number 90 looking to push the double zero to the lead. Isaac Snyder gets in front of the double zero. The 72 of Tristan Allen's gotten back up here already. That tiny bit of damage definitely not affecting him in the slightest. Ethan Sims gets out in front of him. Snyder hangs on with 4 to go. Ethan Thames still staying right behind him. Love those angles. Now looking for the lead is the 90. 72. The pusher in that. Dale Salzman looking strong. Has already gotten himself back to the low side. Colton Yo, the 74. On a run. And Trey Rogers has just joined in the chat. You've timed that perfectly. You're not out of this race. You are right there. 3 wide for the lead. 3 laps remaining. Dale Salzman to the point. Who is in the best position? It could actually be someone about in the middle of the low side right now. Brandon Gomez in need of a good run. He is on the low side right now in the 81. As Dale Salzman hangs on to the lead. Wyatt Walker started last in this race. Now 3rd. In the number 15. Salzman with about half a car length between him and 2nd place. So that 74 is going to get a run here. 2 laps to go this time by. A race winner to determine. And of course a points battle for the top spot in the point standings to settle as well. Salzman still in the lead. Patrick Smith. Derek Hamill, the number 7. Logan Drayling looking to get his 3rd win of the season. The only multi-time winner this season. Could make it 3. As Smith looking for the lead. Derek Hamill put up on the high side. Dominic Anthony's back up here. And Brandon Gomez. Could they be in the best spot? Coming to take the white flag this time by. The 81 running where he needs to right now as far as points go. Ahead of the 5, ahead of the 72 and the 42. White flag in the air, 1 final lap at Talladega. Patrick Smith and Dominic Anthony. 1 and 2. Then Gomez and Austin Lipp in 4th. Don't count out Evan Hunter 5th to 97. Going 3 wide for the lead. Is Austin Lipp going to make it 4? Not quite, but Brandon Gomez doing what he needs to do. Can he claim the point lead if he wins here today, or will Austin Lipp try and come back? He is last in points by a significant margin. Has had an abysmal season. He's looking for it through the tri-oval. Remember where the start-finish line is. And it is going to be, after a terrible season, Austin Lipp has gotten the win. Driving for T. Grizzly, the number 20. Last in points. has had a terrible, terrible season. And now the winner at Talladega, Tyler Lyman, will finish in the top 5 as well. So it will be either him or Brandon Gomez. Likely Tyler Lyman, the number 5, claiming the point lead. Both Ben Kratz and Tristan Allen finishing toward the back of this pack. But Austin Lipp driving for T. Grizzly, Oregon State represent, has gotten the win. Excellent job. So as we'll go get a look at the proper results here, and before I forget to do so and completely mess everything up, that was race number 17. If I'm not mistaken, yes it was. Right? Yep. There we go. So Austin Lipp winning the race. Brandon Gomez getting second place, but still doing what he needed to do to maybe keep himself in this fight, but Tyler Lyman finishing third will almost definitely claim the point lead. Jack Cochran fourth, and Zach Ryan in fifth. Could he maybe start to sniff title contention? Mitch Brentz in sixth, Dominic Anthony, DJ Reed, Evan Hunter, and Chris Myers in the top 10 at Dega. Tristan Allen down in 23rd, and Ben Krautz 24th. So they'll lose out a bit. Tyler Lyman finishing third, and Brandon Gomez second. So those two will be pretty close, I'd say. But I think Tyler Lyman will emerge here with the point lead. No Discard Go wraps up the cars in that pack. All cars who finished the race finished on the lead lap. Major credit goes to Darius Dadger, flipping his car a couple times and comes back to finish 32nd. How many cautions were there? There were only 2. But both of them for pretty good wrecks. But we'll see how this will shape up the points. I think Tyler Lyman will emerge with the point lead. It's just a question of how big. But before we do that, I think credit has to go where credit is due. Austin Lipp. What a terrible season it's been. Now a winner in the Music Artist Cup Series. All credit definitely deserved by that 20 car. The guy driving it, well done. So as I already have score 4 open here, let's find out what we got. With just now 3 races to go, we'll be headed to Kentucky for the next race. And also Kentucky for the next race of the Truck Series. So we'll see how that would go. I need to get rid of all that. As always, a bit of a multi-step process this. That's okay. But congrats there to the number 20. Did what he had to do. Looks like Mitch Brentz will get most laps led, I'd say. With only 6. But, man, that tells you anything. So anyways, let's see where we got here. Just 3 races to go. Point standings are as follows. Not surprisingly, Tyler Lyman has gotten to the point lead by only 47. That still is not a big margin over Tristan Allen. Ben Kraut 66 back. Still not that massive of a margin. But Brandon Gomez at this point in the season, 87 is a little bit of a mountain to climb. But we've seen it more often than not where the point leader going into the final race has not won the championship. In the history of all the series that I've done, it's only happened maybe 2 or 3 times. The maybe 10 or 11, maybe even 12 different championships that I've done. But it looks like it has solely come down to the top 4. Mia Leathers 5th in the points. In a great battle there for the top 5 in points. Zach Ryan 6th, Carter Friesen, DJ Reed, Chris Myers, and Ethan Thames up into the top 10 now. Mitch Brentz has gotten up to 12th. I believe was like down in the mid to lower 20s here for most of the season and has rebounded all the way to 12th. So on a late charge is the 44. As we look through full point standings, yeah, Austin Liv just not doing great at all. But that win was, I think that win will help that out a bit. I'm going to see what the chat's been saying here. But man, so Kentucky will be interesting. Pocono will be the second to last race. So that'll be interesting because that's another kind of higher line is almost preferred type of track. And then, of course, how can you go wrong with Pensacola for the championship race? More plate racing for the championship. I think that that'll be a thing. Every series that I do, almost, it seems. Last race is going to have to be at Pensacola. I think this is my new favorite track. Jonathan Rains, who was in the top 10 in points quite a bit, is now fallen down to 22nd. Ouch. Trey, it's funny you say that. I'll go ahead and announce it again here. Tomorrow, 8:30 Eastern Standard Time, so that would be 7:30 Central. If you're in the mountains, it's 6:30 and 5:30 p.m. Pacific. If you're international, I'm not too sure, but that is when signups will open publicly for the NASCAR Classic Cup Series Season 2, the NRLOA NASCAR Classic Cup Series. Again, big shout out to Napa fan on that one. But the NCCS is coming back with the 2000 car set, which will include a lot of old cars that you have not seen in a long time. Turn of the century. So that'll be cool. Only one car will be reserved. I am reserving Mia Leathers to them. I am allowing Mia Leathers to reserve because they won the championship the first season around, so I think, okay, that'll be fair. But other than that, 41 cars up for grabs. But I'll go into that tomorrow night when the video is actually uploaded. So until then, I'm going to say thank you for watching. Hope you sign up for that, and I hope you enjoyed that race at Talladega. 3 races to go in this series. We'll see who will emerge champion. So thank you guys, and y'all have yourselves a good night. Take care, and bye for now.